Happy Families podcast. It's the podcast for the time-poor parent who just wants answers now.
Can we do like a pyramid, or do we need too many adults?
Pyramid!
Family photos are generally quite hard work to get them to smile, and in the past all the photos we've got up our hallway are probably a result of Tony dropping his pants behind camera to try and get a genuine smile out of them.
Just the bottom. Just the bottom.
I love Fridays. It always feels so good. Hello, this is Dr. Justin Coulson, the founder of happyfamilies.com.au, and it's so good to have you as part of the Happy Families podcast. Today, I'll do better tomorrow. Every Friday, we reflect on what's gone well for the week that was and try to work out how we can be better parents moving forward. Kylie and I sat down with our kids at the end of parental guidance and had a bit of a family conversation, a family meeting about how we can make our family happier based on the things that we learned from the TV show. And we thought we would share some of that conversation with you, with our children's permission, of course. They knew that we were recording it. And we wanted to share bits and pieces of that conversation as we reflected on what the TV show meant for us as a family and how it can help us to be happier. So normally when we have our family meetings, we talk about three things: what went well, what didn't, what we're going to improve on. We're not going to follow that exactly for this meeting, but we're going to play around with those ideas and see how we go. So what I would love to have happen right now is for everyone really quickly to introduce themselves one after the other from oldest to youngest. Go.
Hi, I'm Abby.
I'm Ella.
I'm Annie.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Emily.
So we've got Abby, who's now an adult, Ella, who will be one in the next couple of months, Annie, who is about to go into grade 9, Lily starts high school next year, and Emily, what grade are you going into next year?
Grade 2.
Wow, okay.
I'm supposed to be in grade 2, but I had prep twice.
Yeah, we gave you prep twice because we wanted you to be a bit bigger and have more time to play, didn't we? All right, Kylie, first question for the girls.
Well, now that you've watched the show, girls, what style of parents do you think Mummy and Daddy are?
No idea.
Mix of everything.
Mix of everything.
Discipline,
Yeah.
I mean,
free range, and French a little.
Oh, you think we're French?
Oh, oui, monsieur, oui, mademoiselle.
Oui.
I don't think that you guys stick to one specific parenting style. Like, I've never seen parents that set in a style before, because my friends all take bits and pieces from different styles, and that's kind of how I feel like you guys do it sometimes.
Okay, so we've got French. So we treat you like you're actually adults who are capable of figuring things out. We've got free range. We kind of let you work out your own limits.
Sometimes.
And also
you let me.
climb walls.
And climb walls, yeah.
It's always, it's just different, like, because there's some days where, like, there's certain activities, like, you know that we can do it by ourselves, so you let us go free range, and then there's other activities where you're like, okay, we need to do this, there's definitely limits, and so that kind of makes it difficult to pick which one you are, because...
I'd say that the type that you're definitely not is the helicopter.
You're definitely not hovering over us all the time. You let us do our own little thing, have our own little privacy. And I'm almost turning 8.
Yeah.
And we're not homeschooled either.
No.
But homeschool is pretty nice.
I think
That was what you wanted to do, though.
Yeah, we wanted to
have
go
some of the
homeschool.
principles of homeschool. Like, without being a homeschool parent, you
Daddy
have
would
some
be-
of the principles that she puts into her own kids. Like, you are constantly teaching us when we are at home. And we have the same sort of relationship as siblings as they do because of the way that they were raised, I think.
I have to know, who were your favourite parents?
Can I go first for this one?
Who were they, Lily?
Okay, so I really like our free-range parents, Penny and Daniel. I actually...
She sounds like she should be on the show.
She sounds like a
Sounds like she's
talk
actually...
show host.
Yeah, that's right. Why'd you like them?
Because I see, like, I just love, like, she literally just walked outside and he was at the very top of a lamppost and she just went, do you want some guacamole? And then she just walked back inside. She wasn't like, oh my gosh, get down, get down. She was just really calm.
She sure was. What about you, Annie?
I would have to say either homeschooling or free range. Free range because they're just so relaxed and they're constantly having fun and they really don't care. They're happy to do whatever. And then homeschooling was just really interesting because she's a single mom who's raising 6 kids. And it was just crazy because she's doing homeschooling, and I was just like, I could never see my parents doing that. Like, that is so cool that she's doing that.
Thanks, Annie.
What about you girls?
I think for me, it's the routine parents and the homeschooling mum. Because I think one of the things I loved about the routine parents was the way that when they did the opposite day challenge, their kids chose to go on a date night. Because I thought that was, like, it shows that they see their parents and how much love they have for each other. And their parents prioritize their relationship as well as the way that they take care of their kids, which I think is really awesome, because a lot of parents these days, at least the ones that I see, they don't prioritize date nights because they've got so much other stuff going on.
So I'm wondering, after watching the show, what parenting style you think you will take into your family?
Free range.
French or routine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be set in one way. I want to, because I like the ideas of French and being able to treat my child like an adult, but I also
You know that kids are
understand
adults,
the
though, don't you?
importance of having a kid be a kid and letting them have their free range style. But I also like a routine, and I like to stick to a routine. So I think that the 3 of those all together would make an interesting combination.
What about you, Ella?
I like the free range because that means that no one has to show up on time for anything and we can just go at our own pace. I love that. I don't think I've gone to school like on time. Actually, should I say that? Yeah, I like the free range.
I keep saying on time is late.
I get to work half an hour early every day.
That's just overdone.
No, it's not.
10 minutes early is arriving on.
So I like that with the free range, but then I think that all of them had their pros and cons, and I want to take all of the pros into it.
What about you, Miss Emily?
Well, I like the free range because
But what sort of parent do you want to be?
I want to be free range because I just want to pretend my children can do whatever they want.
She wants to pretend she doesn't want them to actually. She just
That
wants them
they
to pretend.
actually can, They can do whatever they want. They can have some fun. They can do whatever they want, basically. That's what I want to be.
So how come none of you said that you just want to be like mum and dad?
Because you're not a parenting style on the show.
I was about to say,
true.
You asked
about
the
to say he
parenting
wasn't.
style on the show.
So what's our parenting
I mean-
style?
I mean-
No, you said that
answered
we're none of
that.
that.
I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say he's not a parenting expert. Like that for a few seconds.
What I love about what you've realised, girls, as you've watched the show, is the fact that each of the parenting styles have really good qualities within them, and that we don't have to be stuck into one parenting style, that we can be a little bit of everything, and that you recognise and see the things that mum and dad do from each of the styles that add to the qualities that we have in our home and the feel that we have.
But what you're really saying is that we are authoritative parents. We're parents who give you lots of love, lots of limits, but also the opportunity to develop your own way forward.
Love, laughter, limits.
Yeah. And autonomy support.
All right, lucky last question. Now that you've watched the show, what's one thing you would like to see our family do more of?
Well, I like to see us go swimming more.
Go swimming more.
Jumping off
You know
great
that
big
we've just
platforms.
come out of winter and we're about to go swimming more.
There's this thing I want to say. When we go, if we do the car,
Do-do?
if we
Did you just say doo-doo?
If we do the car challenge where you have to get around with a map,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to you guys, I'm taking you to the middle of nowhere, buddy.
What about you?
I don't know, because I think we should bring Super Saturdays back, but I don't want to wake up that early for Super
Hey,
Saturdays.
we've been doing Super Saturdays. You just haven't been awake for them.
Exactly.
I took everyone out. We bought milkshakes the other. I can't believe I spent as much on the milkshakes for the family. I could have bought ice cream and milk and topping, and we could have had milkshakes for a month at home for what it cost for milkshakes.
I'll stop you whinging.
No, Dad.
what about you?
Yeah, but
Dad
like we gotta do
went
them.
he got a croissant,
not at
and then he
6
went
a.m.
back up and asked them if it was the right price for the croissant. It had a 3-minute talk to the lady saying, oh.
It cost $18 for a croissant and a cupcake. And $18. I said that doesn't make sense. And like and on the price list, it said that the cupcake was $6, which was just horrendous anyway. And then the croissant, I'm like, so you charged me $12 for a croissant, but it said $8 on the price list. And she said, oh no, the croissant that I gave you has got the ham and the
Dad
cheese
got a
and
ham,
tomato.
cheese and tomato for the vegetarian in the family.
Well, I thought it was an almond croissant, but she didn't hear me say almond. She just heard me say croissant. So she charged me $12 for a ham, cheese, and tomato
Which
croissant.
I couldn't even eat because it had the
$12.
ham.
What's going on in the world? So I gave the ham to the dog that was sitting at the table next to us, George.
The 5-minute meeting that's taken 20.
That's because you girls keep on interrupting.
Hey.
Honestly, I feel like more routine. I feel like we could add more routine into our lives because we don't really have routine. We say that we're going to do a routine. and
Every
then
Sunday meeting,
don't.
what do we decide on? We're
I
going to get
have
our
a
routine
routine.
happening, and guess who doesn't do it?
You.
Oh, come on.
You
believe
wake
you're
up
saying
each
that.
morning and you go for a bike ride and then we...
I've got my routine.
I have my routine. I stick to mine.
All right, Lily. Annie said that the one thing that we could improve on and learn from the show is that we can have more routine. Can't believe that she said that. What about you, Lily?
Well, I don't know if this is the parenting style, but the homeschooling and the helicopter parents, both kids on each one were really nice and loving to each other. Like, Elsie was upset and Gracie was like, let's just rewind this whole thing and you can go find the keys. And then Fletcher, or Fletch, can't remember, he jumped off the diving board to show Lulu it was okay. And they were just really nice and loving towards each other. So I think we could adopt some of that into our family.
We can always be nicer, can't we?
And
That's a great
Lily
observation
sounds like
too.
she should be in the Dr. Justin Coulson's podcast all the time. I bet she would be a great one.
Well, we hope that was an interesting and helpful conversation for you. We're all about reflecting on family life and being better, being more intentional about how we do family life. Thank you so much for joining us for the conversation. Enjoy your weekend. On Monday, we talk with Kevin and Debbie, the Tiger parents, about what they learned from the show. We're also going to catch up with Brett and Tony, our routine parents, and Andrew and Miriam, our strict parents. They were the final 3 families that made it through to that crowded house and participated in those super challenges. Can't wait to have you join us for those 3 conversations and a whole lot more next week with the Happy Families podcast. As always, the podcast is produced by Justin Rulon from Bridge Media. Craig Bruce is our executive producer. And, I've just got to mention this, 1 more week till Black Friday. 1 week until the big Happy Families sales. Make sure that you've subscribed to the Happy Families newsletter at happyfamilies.com.au to get all the information about how you can get more resources for less money than ever with the Black Friday sales next week. Until then, please join us at our website because a happy family doesn't just happen. You find everything you need at happyfamilies.com.au.